And we are live! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Savin's World. My name is Savin, and I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today. How's your night going, guys? Beautiful day where I'm residing, although it's been a little windy. Just figured I'd hop on and do another Sunday stream. I'm not, there's not like we have anything to talk about, really. This is just kind of a hangout and chat stream. It's not really like any major news dropped or anything like that. Nah. Actually, quite the opposite. We've got a lot to talk about tonight, guys. Massive news coming from the Fun Pimps. We are going to get into it. I'm actually going to be playing the announcement video in full. But I will be pausing and commenting throughout. So what I've done is, if you want to watch the entire announcement video in full and uninterrupted, just check out the pinned comment in the chat to find the link, and it's also in the description. So because yes, I am fully in favor of fair use, and part of fair use is transforming the content. So that means pausing frequently and discussing what is being said. So I will endeavor to do my best in that regard. But if you want to watch the whole thing without hearing me constantly pausing and yapping over it, check out the description or the pinned comment. You can find the video there. So before we jump into it, let me jump into chat and welcome all of you fine folks to the stream. Let's see here. Matthew Westwood, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Chris Wellington, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Chase, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Jay Liveren, how you doing? Thank you for joining the stream tonight. Chrono, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. John Hale, good to see you. Game Talks, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Wacko18, welcome to the stream. Shadow Ninja, welcome to the stream. And the Saxon of Riverstone, welcome to the stream. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is going to be a little bit different stream than I normally do. I normally just, stream some gameplay and that kind of thing. But this time around, we're going to be playing video clips, and we're going to go through the announcement. We're going to discuss some things some good news. We're going to discuss some potentially bad news. We're going to discuss something that annoyed the hell out of me. And we're going to go through the frequently asked questions list that they released alongside this. And then, we'll go from there. Andrew Conrad, welcome to the stream. So, guys, let's get right into it. I am going to... Where do I want to start here? Do I just want to show the... Yeah, let's start with the photo. So, they released this. Boom. All right. Also, as we go along here, guys, let me know once I start playing videos and that kind of thing if the audio is okay. Because this, like I said, it's a little different than what I normally do, so I just want to make sure the setup's good. So, this is the roadmap, I guess, that they released. So yes, we actually have a roadmap with dates and everything. It's kind of crazy. But the major news is that Alpha 22 is no longer Alpha 22 for 7 Days to Die. Alpha 22 is now version 1.0. 7 Days to Die is going gold. So that was the main announcement that they made. The early access is going to be over after 10 years. In early access, 7 Days to Die is finally going gold. Insanity. And yeah, we'll get into more of that here in just a second. But this is the basic roadmap, and we'll go through this in depth here. But I think what I want to start with is the actual announcement video, guys. I'm gonna let the devs, Rick, he's the spokesman in this video, and I think I'm just gonna let him speak for himself. And again, like I said, I'll be pausing throughout and commenting and all that fun stuff. So let's just jump right into it. But first, let me get the desktop audio on. Skizzo, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. And then grab that one. There we go. All right. So guys, let me know how the audio is on this video. And let's get into it.
With more than a decade of development, 7 Days has accomplished more than our team or critics could have ever imagined. After nearly 12 years, many consider 7 Days to be the crown jewel of survival games on the market today.
Angus the Beefy, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if I said welcome to you, but if I didn't, welcome. Audio okay, guys? You can hear that okay? And you can hear me okay? Let me know in the chat.
We've seen our game and audience grow and evolve over the years. It's been shown at trade shows and had countless early access releases. We've had a few speed bumps along the way, but we think the team, community, and game are ready for the next steps. I'm Richard Hunick, co-founder of the Fun Pimps and creator of 7 Days to Die, and I'm going to share the details about 7 Days to Die, leaving early access, and the launch of version 1.0.
So there you go, guys. There's the intro. Awesome. The audio's good. Perfect. That's the intro. Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. This video is just about 5.5 minutes long. So, yeah. We're going to go through the whole thing. We're going to pause and discuss and all that fun stuff. But, yes, this is Alpha Exodus, the road to 1.0. Let's keep going.
Up to this point, we referred to 1.0 as Alpha 22, but internally, our plan has always been for Alpha 22 to be version 1.
I have to pause it here because this point here, we're only a minute in. This annoyed the hell out of me. This is what I was talking about earlier, guys, when I said there's something in here that annoys the hell out of me. Because if you remember, just a few months ago, this same individual said this.
I really after all these years, I don't understand the desire to say, let's rubber stamp it gold, and therefore it's good, It's an interesting thought there. It's like, you guys must suck because you haven't gone gold yet.
So, just a few months ago, one of the major complaints is that this game's been in early access for a decade. It's time to finalize this and go gold. It's a point that I made. Yet we were ridiculed and mocked and condescended to by the same exact individual. When all the while, one of two things are happening. Either number one, they knew that Alpha 22 was going to be their version 1.0, or two, they didn't know and just recently changed their minds. Either of which either of which is unacceptable. And that it really annoyed the heck out of me because they're laughing and chuckling. All these people saying we should go gold. All the while they knew that Alpha 22 was going to be their version 1.0. They knew that, and yet that is how they were addressing people saying, hey, it's been long enough. Let's get this going. That really, really irked me. And it right at the very beginning of the video. So this is going to be my main criticism of this whole video. So I just want to get it out of the way. This annoyed me. Did not like how that was handled at all.
It's been the source of a lot of excitement for the team and what the future holds for the game. What does that mean for the game? It means everything we promised is still coming. We haven't forgotten about our remaining Kickstarter goals and the features we promised over the years. We are still planning on supporting 7 Days to Die, as we always have. Many of those features will be outlined on our roadmap.
And there's the roadmap, guys, and we'll go over this point by point here in just a second once we get through the video. However, I do applaud them that they're going to stick with 7 Days. They're going to continue to support it. We'll discuss. There's some questions about these updates. I'm pretty sure that the ones that they've listed here are going to be free updates to get all of the rest of the promised content in. But there is a rumor going around that they may make these paid DLC updates. So that's a possibility. I doubt it. I think these ones that they have listed here are going to be free content. And then maybe perhaps after that they can worry about making some DLC stuff after they've finished what they've already promised is supposed to be coming. So this is the roadmap. We're gonna go through it, and it's crazy. Another thing that they used to mock the player base about, that they don't have a roadmap with dates and a timeline. And now here it is. And that roadmap that they released last alpha, that was just a slap in the face. I just find it hilarious. The way I've always said for a very long time that communication is not their strong suit. And this just goes to show that, hey, proven right. Once again. All right, let's keep rolling.
Future alpha updates will turn into major content patches. We will still have experimental builds with stable releases going to consoles and other PC markets once they're ready. So when does 1.0 launch? We're currently planning for an experimental release in late May and a stable 1.0 launch in June. We'll have exact release dates as we get closer.
And once again, guys, I have to say, always, whenever the Fun Pimps give you a timeline or give you an estimate for dates, take it with a grain of salt. They're not the best at estimating when updates are actually going to be released. So, case in point, they initially said that they were hoping Alpha 22 would be a 6-month timetable, and we're already up to month 10. So, looks like 22 or version 1.0 is going to be a year release. So yes, they are still doing the early access or the like the streamer weekend kind of, that kind of thing. I'm hoping that I'll be able to participate. I'm going to see if I can, because I work weekends now. So usually the streamer weekends are on, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I work both Friday and Saturday. So might be difficult for me to participate, but I'm going to try to get it worked out so that I can rearrange my schedule and get that weekend off. Once we know exactly when the weekend is, we can check it out and see what it has to offer. But time will tell if that's going to happen. So let's keep rolling.
With the launch of Stable 1.0, the current retail price of the game will increase to match the cost of the new console edition, which we'll cover later. If you currently own 7 Days to Die on PC or purchase it before 1.0's launch, then nothing will change. You will still get all major free updates coming. The only real change is that anyone who has not purchased the game by the launch of 1.0 will have to purchase it at a new price. Speaking of sales, we're running a last chance week-long deal starting next Monday on Steam.
So, for all of you guys out there, if you haven't gotten your copy of 7 Days on PC yet, this is going to be the last time that you can get it at the massively discounted rate. Most of you guys watching probably already have your PC versions, but if you haven't and you want to check out this game, because whatever you say about 7 Days to Die, if you've never played it and you're a fan of survival crafting type games, it's a game that you gotta play. It is absolutely should be in your Steam library. This is gonna be your last shot before they jack up the price. Now, as far as jacking up the price, it was expected. I expected it. I completely expected that, and that's normally how it works. Early access, you get a discount as they're finishing development. Then once the game goes gold, you pay the full retail price. Now, in the fact that we're going to go over here in a bit, they actually go through what that new price is going to be. So we won't discuss that now. We'll get into that later. So if you haven't yet and you're interested in the game, this is your last chance to get the major discount. So there you go.
We are sharing this because we wanted to give all players the opportunity to purchase 7 Days on Steam at the lowest discount before the price goes up. This week-long sale will start April 22nd. So if you're still on the fence after 10 years, it's never been a better time.
Console,
the number
here we
one
go.
comment we hear on social media is, when is the new 7 Days to Die console version coming out?
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. It doesn't matter what they put out. Any tweet, any video, it's loaded with console. And rightfully so, because they bungled the first console release. They bungled that massively. They should have been much more upfront and honest and communicated better with their player base. Yeah, it sounds like a really crappy situation, but they could have handled it much, much better than they did. So of course the console players, are going to constantly be, hey, how about some news? Hey, how about some information? So yeah, I mean, if any of you guys have followed their Twitter or anything like that, or X, sorry. Yes, that's very true. The console players were very persistent. So, yeah, but in my opinion, for good reason. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like button. There's a good chunk of people watching. Thanks for joining the stream, guys. I really appreciate it. And also, as we go along, guys, let me know your thoughts in the chat, because I want to make this kind of a... I want to give you my thoughts, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. So, Patrick Ramsey, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Let's keep rolling.
Folks, you won't have to wait much longer. The game looks great and runs surprisingly smooth. And that means 7 Days to Die PC 1.0 stable will be the launch version for consoles. We are working on the exact dates, but know that it's coming soon after 1.0 launch on PC. Consoles will launch digitally only, and certain features like crossplay and generating additional random gen worlds may come in post-launch patches.
So the initial launch of the console version is not going to be crossplay. They will be adding that down the road. Again, I think that was something we kind of anticipated. They kind of hinted at that in the past, so that didn't really surprise me. The fact that according to the roadmap, they're looking to get crossplay done as quickly as they are is surprising and really good. I think crossplay, I think the console release could be massive for them, especially if they can. I mean, once they get that crossplay in, it's going to be huge. You can play on PS5 or Xbox with your buddy on his PC. I mean, that's going to be awesome. And I think that's going to be massive for 7 days. So I really think that'll help bolster the console numbers. Echo State, welcome to the stream. Let's keep on rolling here, guys.
So what does that mean for the legacy console version owners? Due to the differences between old and current hardware, the Legacy Edition cannot be upgraded, and the new version will have to be purchased.
And that's, I've made a video on that a long time ago, so this isn't new news. It's unfortunate, But another thing that we all expected, the old version, old console version is dead. You can still play it, so, it's still playable. It's just not going to be updated. So it is its own standalone version. This new one coming out is going to be a brand new version that you will have to purchase again. So,
However, we are working closely with Sony and Microsoft to provide a discount to the digital legacy console version owners. We'll have more news on this in the coming weeks.
now this is key. I seriously hope that they get this worked out. But I would not be surprised if the news they have coming in the next few weeks is to tell us that, sorry guys, Sony and Microsoft didn't go for it. Whether or not that's the truth, that's if they can't get it done or if they don't want to get it done, that's going to be what they come out with. They're gonna put all the blame on Sony and Microsoft, which they may be true. Sony and Microsoft might say, "What? You want to give a discount?" No. It's possible, but whether or if it falls apart, no matter what the actual reason is, that's what they will come out and say. So hopefully they can get it worked out, because at the very least, console players deserve a discount on the new game, because they have been jerked around for years. So I think that's the least the Fun Pimps can do.
Also, when the new console edition launches, the legacy version will be delisted from the digital storefronts.
This makes sense. And, I can't believe that they were still selling that version. I think it should have been delisted a long time ago. As soon as they knew that they were not going to release any new content for that version, they should have removed it, because that's just, they're continuing to sell a game that they know they're not going to be working on, while at the same time planning to release a new one. So yes, this is good. They should have done it a while back, but at least now they're going to be taking that old game down, so there's no confusion with somebody accidentally buying the wrong version of the game.
You'll still be able to play the old game, but can no longer purchase it.
Oh,
This is being done to avoid product and brand confusion.
sorry, the video froze here. Let's go back a little bit here.
This is being done to avoid product and brand confusion.
There we go. What comes next? Good question.
Today we posted a comprehensive FAQ alongside our work in progress roadmap image, with more details coming soon.
Yes, and we're going to go over that here in a second, guys.
We'll hold the last chance sale. After that, our focus will be on getting 1.0 experimental out, followed by the full 1.0 stable launch on Steam. We'll have more information on 1.0's official release, console's release, and the roadmap's planned release dates this summer, so stay tuned. When we first set out to make 7 Days to Die, we never thought our game would bring this much interest or have this much success. This would not be possible without the continued support of our incredible community who have stood by us for over a decade.
So I want to touch on something he said there. He is not BSing when he says they had no idea this game was going to be as popular as it turned out to be. That is absolutely true. 100%.
And we thank you for that. We will continue to support 7 Days to Die for as long as our community is hungry for more content. But know this, 7 Days is our team's greatest passion, and TFP will continue to make content and add new features and grow this franchise, because it's our favorite game too. We look forward to a bright future with many exciting releases. Thank you for watching.
There you go. So let's read this last part, Fun Pimps. It's been a long road, but we're finally here. Thank you to each and every single community member and fan who have continued to stick with us over the last decade, as well as those who have just started to enjoy 7 Days to Die recently. We appreciate your continued support and hope you'll stick with us for the next stage of 7 Days to Die. So there you go, guys. That was the announcement video. As I said, guys, they also released a fact, and we're gonna go over that here in just a second. No, YouTube, I do not want to insert an advertisement in the middle of my live stream. You can go ahead and piss right off. But let me know, guys, what do you think? What do you think of the video? A lot of info covered there, and we're going to go a little bit more in depth on each of those items. But yeah, a lot of topics covered. So I think overall, my overall feelings is it's good news. I'm a little annoyed that just a few months ago they were mocking people for telling them they should go gold, and now here they are excitedly announcing that they're going gold. I just think that was badly handled and just annoying, and just another indication, or example of their poor communication skills. So. Let's get into some of this chat here, guys. Console edition to Xbox Game Pass 2? Potentially. I don't know. I don't think they've announced that yet, Wacko. So, we'll see. We'll see. That'd be cool. When it comes to games, it's best to wait and see. Yeah. Yeah, that is true, Jay Lyron. Let's see. Chase says, still selling the old game when they knew they wouldn't update it. Kind of proves how shady they are, in my opinion. Yeah, that was not a good move. There's a lot of decisions they make, and that I don't agree with. And that was I think they should have removed the original console version from the store, a while ago. As soon as they knew that they weren't going to be releasing any updates and that kind of thing. So, yeah. But at least they're finally getting that going. Let's see. Skizzle says, there are a lot of people out there that feel Alpha 16 was the best, which was the last console version. The last console version was Alpha 15 with some 16 elements. I personally love the console version. It's how I started in 7 Days to Die. It's how I learned the game. I've been playing it since 2016 when it initially came out on console. So I love it. There were aspects of it that I miss quite a bit. That I wish they had, instead of abandoned, just polished. And I've made my feelings about that well known. I've made several videos about that. So, yeah, but I think 16. A lot of the they were heading in a direction that I personally liked a lot more then, and then they just completely turned everything on its head. Angus the Beefy says, "Is it wrong that I want even more shapes?" No, that is not wrong at all, and I'm right there with you. The more, the merrier, in my opinion. The more options we have for building, the better. Yeah, Jay Laverne says nothing wrong with that, Angus. Yep, exactly right. Lady Mutare, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. And Dammy J, welcome to the stream. Chase says, allow me to be massively cynical. Everything that isn't in 1.0, even what was promised, will be put in overpriced DLCs. It's possible. I don't think they're going to go that route. I sincerely hope they don't go that route. But it's possible. If they do, they're going to have a massive, massive outcry. I think that everything that they have on their roadmap currently is going to be free updates. That's what I believe. I could be wrong. They could absolutely, especially here. Let me bring up that. Especially if you look here, guys. I mean, they have names: Storms Brewing, A New Threat, The Road Ahead. That is, when DLCs come out, that's how they come out. 7 Days to Die, Storms Brewing, get the new DLC, So, yeah, it's possible. I doubt it. I think that everything on this list here is actually going to be free content. But you know what? You never know. You never know. Patrick says, will there be more weapon selection or the same old? Well, here, let me, I'm going to, hold on one second, guys. I want to grab, let me grab this, and I'm going to zoom in so I have a better view here. There we go. Okay. Let me move this over here, though, here. There we go. Okay. So if we take a look, a close look here at the actual roadmap, I don't see anywhere listed in here that they do have new weapons planned. And they've said in the past that pretty much what they have is what they're going to be going with. So I don't think for these updates we're going to be seeing many new weapons. I think there was talk about maybe rounding out the baton tree a bit, but that might have just been talk. So they let's see, additional zombies spawn, Twitch, yeah, outfit DLCs. Oh yeah. Oh boy, guys, there's some red flags. You know, some red flags. Oh, guys, hold on one second. I'm gonna throw the back by popular demand. I've got a call I gotta take. So I'm gonna throw the commercials on, guys. I will be right back. Hold on one second.
Hey there, folks. My name is Buzz, owner of Buzz's Bar, proud purveyor of our world-famous Grandpa's line of fine spirits and adult beverages. My grandpa always used to say, booze makes you better at everything. So he whipped up a special batch of moonshine, Grandpa's Learning Elixir. Are you looking to master a high-powered, fully automatic firearm? Well, toss back some Grandpa's Learning Elixir and lock and load. Looking to increase your proficiency with some complex motorized tools? Well, don't forget the Grandpa's Learning Elixir. Down that moonshine and get to work. So come on down to Buzz's Bar and grab some Grandpa's Learning Elixir. It makes you better at everything.
Please drink responsibly. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I am back, but yeah, when we take our full break, you'll get all of the commercials. They are back, baby, by popular demand. Let's keep going through some of the chat here. Let's see here. Will there be more weapons? I think that's where I left off. I don't believe anything they say anymore. Yeah, I don't blame you. There's a lot of people that are. You know, and I'm the same way. I'm a I'll believe it when I see it type now. The Fun Pimps for me lost the benefit of the doubt a long time ago. So, Lady Mutare says, I miss the old fruit trees. All right. Damage A, for the money I paid for 7 days, I got it on sale for 7 to 8 pounds. The years of entertainment I got from this game has been gargantuan, and today's AAA games should hang their heads in shame. I completely 100% agree with that, Dammy J. I've definitely gotten my money's worth out of 7 Days to Die, and, you know, that's the kind of that's something that we don't, that's missing nowadays. Yes, AAA gaming is crap. It's wow. I will probably never buy another AAA game. Well, yeah. Starfield broke me, man. I am done. I am done with AAA games. They are absolute garbage. So, you know, AA and independent studios, that's where you got to go to get you know, to get your good games here. Oh, man. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second again. Just got to respond to a text. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. I gotta work again tonight. All right, just got called in to work. But I don't have to work until I got time, guys. We can keep going here. So, where was I? Let's see. So yes, I've gotten my money's worth out of 7 days. But there's something that's missing nowadays, or it's changed a bit. When you are a fan of something, and that's what fandom does. That's what fans do. They discuss and they argue and they bicker about the games. And when they present criticisms, it's out of love for the game. It's out of love for the product. They want it to be as good as possible, and they're seeing it go in a direction, and they raise their concerns. That's normal. That's healthy. So 7 days it's received a lot of criticism, and in my opinion, rightfully so. But it's out of love, and I think that's something that Rick and Joel, I think they take the criticism a little bit too personally, which is why they respond the way they do. So I personally love 7 days, have for years, and the reason I raised my voice and made the criticisms I did is because I didn't like the direction that I saw it going, and I didn't like the way that the developers were responding to criticisms. I mean, it was downright unprofessional. And we need to get back to the time where you could as fans, you could discuss and you could criticize and you could voice your opinion without everybody making you out to be the devil because if you don't fall lockstep in what the devs are saying, all of a sudden you're evil. And it's crap. All right, let's keep on rolling here. Wacko says, we want and we need more shapes. There's things we can't do right now that get ideas broken. Yes, more shapes the better. Schizo says, I could see the bandits being DLC. Story mode? No. Yeah, see, I still believe that these, the Storm's Ruin, New Threat, and Road Ahead, I think they're going to be free updates. I still believe that. If the Fun Pimps turn around and try to make you pay for these updates, yeah, they're gonna have some very angry customers. John Hale says they are moving it from Game Pass. You'll have to buy it when it comes out, so it's not going to be on Game Pass. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Maybe that's in the FAQ. I briefly went over it, but I can barely remember what I have for breakfast every day, so. Skizzo says intellect was definitely lacking in additional weapons class. Yes, I agree. Let's see. Chase says it may be the only free thing, but even then it's the Fun Pimps. Yeah. Take everything with a grain of salt, guys. Jay Lyron says, what's one of the best ways for Savin to have a good time in 7 days? Killing those stupid birds and chickens. Absolutely. Wacko says, never so happy of commercial break. Yeah. By popular demand, guys. I told you I'd bring last stream that I'd bring them back. So the commercials are back. Big Daddy Evil, welcome to the stream. Says, I'm a little late. I started from the beginning. I appreciate what you do, brother. Well, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate you for joining. Lady Mutare, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Apologies. Says, yeah, Starfield really disappointed me as well. Yeah, it was massive. It was soul crushing. Waisian, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. $110 for Star Wars Outlaws 3-day early access. AAA is getting ridiculous. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to pay $110 for Man Solo. No, thank you. Star Wars is dead, guys. Star Wars has been dead since Disney, or since George Lucas signed that contract. It's dead. It's dead and gone. Disney killed it. Every once in a while, they dig up the corpse and parade it around. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Yeah, no, it's dead and gone. It is dead and gone. The TV shows, the movies, now the video games, it's all crap. Sorry, Star Wars is gone. Not coming back. The Saxon of Riverstone says, I always look forward to your streams. Much thanks. Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Let's see. Jay Laverne said, never played it, but Starfield lacked a lot of content. Yes, it was incredibly boring and stupid. The quests were some of the worst written quests I have ever seen. It was just, oh, wow. I mean, so stupid. Jay Laverne says, Star Wars Outlaws has different prices for different special items and really access stuff. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Or early access stuff. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Angus Beefy says, Outlaws, let's not talk about that. I agree. I said it correct? Awesome. Lady Mutare. Awesome. Ronald, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. It says, I have no concrete reason for this. However, I have had the feeling that all of the abrupt changes, alterations in gameplay, etc. over the last 4 or so years may be driven by the publishers. Could be. Schizo says Andor was good. Yeah, I've heard that out of Disney Star Wars, Andor was the best thing. I have no desire to watch it, even though I have heard good things about it. Yeah, I'm done with Star Wars. I am done. Over it. Bye. Done. Angus Beefy says, yeah, it is. I want to cover up my Mando skull tattoo with a tree. Man, and Mando was that it started off, okay. It was like, ooh, this is cool. And it just fell off a cliff. It was oof. Oof. Yeah. Sad. But that's guys, it's like all of our beloved franchises have been just ripped apart and destroyed. All of them. I can't think of any that are left that, I don't know. I can't think of any that are left that are, still hold my interest. All right. I think I'm caught up on chat. So, yeah, same with Star Trek. Exactly right, yes. Dammy J says, how can they charge for DLC considering the quality of overhaul mods? Good question. So what do you guys want to do next? Do we want to go through this, this roadmap? Or do you want to go through the frequently asked questions that they released? Because we can do either one. Let's see. Angus says, my tat is from 2007 before it was cool to like Mandos. Nice. Chase says Gundam is fine for now, but if the next series are all like WFM. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Mirity, welcome to the stream. All right, so make us laugh with their answers from the fact. Okay, so it looks like you guys want to do the fact next. Okay, we will do the fact next. I've got it all pulled up and ready to go. So let's go back. Witch from Mercury. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's go through the frequently asked questions. We will see what they have to say about these frequently asked questions. I've got it blown up a little bit, so hopefully it's large enough for you guys to read on the screen. I'll try to highlight some sections as we go, but let's get into it. Alpha Exodus leaving early access. The Fun Pimps are happy to announce 7 Days is leaving early access. With the launch of the next update, we're moving officially to 1.0 for 7 Days to Die. Yes, so they are going gold. The Fun Pimps co-founder Richard Hunick details the move in this video. That's the video that we just watched. So, yeah, we'll skip that. Let's get to the actual Alpha Exodus FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions 1.0 launch. Question: why release now? We have been developing 7 Days for nearly 12 years and have had over 20 large-scale early access releases that have brought the game to a significantly different place and quality than where it began. That is a very true statement. If you go back and watch some of the first early access release version of 7 Days, it has come a very, very long way. So that is very true. Let's see. Our team feels satisfied with our efforts, especially with the significant overall progress, art quality, and optimizations. Yeah, that one you still got some work to do, guys. You still got a lot of work to do optimizing the game. That have gone into the current release slated for all PC and consoles and are ready for launch. We are now turning our focus to other ways we can support all versions of the game through our planned roadmap, free updates. So this is what, free updates. So hopefully what they have announced so far is actually going to be free. And beyond. The Fun Pimps have and will continue to support 7 Days to Die development with a majority of their resources. So that's good news. I'm glad they're gonna continue supporting the game and all that fun stuff. But I guess their reason for reason for going gold now is they feel like it. They feel satisfied. Again, I will. I just want to point this out. Just want to once again.
I really after all these years, I don't understand the desire to say, let's rubber stamp it gold, and therefore it's good. It's an interesting thought there. It's like, you guys must suck because you haven't gone gold yet.
So, yeah. Still just annoys me, guys. Just annoys me. All right, let's keep rolling here. Let's see. Why are some features in the roadmap? We have put significant work into these systems, but some still have a ways to go to be ready for prime time. Rather than keep 7 Days to Die in further alphas, we think it's time to leave early access and officially announce our 1.0 launch, future plans, and commit to the deadlines on these features. That's going to be interesting to see if they can actually make those deadlines, because they have been very bad in the past about giving an estimate of when an update's going to be released and missing that update or that window by months. So, yes. With that said, supporting and keeping parity with PC, PS5, and Xbox X and S series will be our top priority, which is good. So that means that the new console versions, PS5 and the Xbox X and S series versions, will receive all the same updates as the PC version. Now, if those updates all release at the same time, if I had to guess, I would say probably not. You're probably going to see the PC updates first, and then a month later or so, the PS5 and Xbox updates. Just a guess. I could be wrong. They could all be released at the same time. But my guess would be it's going to be similar to how they're launching 1.0. That they will first launch it on PC, and then the console version comes out like a month later. So what does this mean for Alpha 22 and other Alpha builds? Alpha build updates that were detailed or talked about prior to this news are going to become the major planned updates shown in the roadmap. The naming convention will reset to version 1.0 and so forth. So yes, they the rest of the content that they promised is not going to be in the initial gold version, but they will add it, and we'll go through the actual we'll go through line by line the roadmap that they released. Once we're done with the frequently asked questions. Let's see. Let me jump into chat here. Psychic Afro Dancer, welcome to the stream. Let's keep on rolling here. Will there still be release/experimental builds? Yes, we still release experimental builds on Steam before going stable. Stable releases will go to console and other PC markets after they are ready. So we are still going to get the experimental builds. Be interesting to see if they're going to be doing streamer weekends with all of these builds, or that kind of thing. That'll be interesting to see. Just from a purely selfish, perspective, I know a lot of people don't have access to streamer weekend, and it's kind of a jerk thing for me to say, because I can benefit from it, but the vast majority of people don't. Let's see. Crazy Guys Double Tap Gaming, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Will I still be able to access older alphas of the game? Yes, we will continue to support this on Steam as the Steam policies permit. This will not be a feature in other platforms. So if you have the game on Steam, you will be able to play previous versions as you can right now. You can install previous versions on Steam. However, that will not be a possibility on the console versions. What about the Kickstarter stretch goals? We're working on completing all stretch goals. As mentioned in the Kickstarter, some of these features will come post-launch. We are focused on ensuring all Kickstarter backers will receive the promised content. Okay, so that's good news. They're gonna get everything in. So, yeah, there you go. All right, what was the 7 Days to Die Apocalypse Edition? This was a tentative name we were considering for the console 1.0 release of the game, but after working with Microsoft and Sony, we thought the best way to avoid brand confusion was to call it the console edition. We are scrapping Apocalypse Edition at this time, hopefully to avoid confusion. All right, so they were floating the name Apocalypse Edition for the console version. Instead, they just went with 7 Days to Die console version or console edition. Makes sense. I don't know why you would call your game different names on different platforms. It just seems weird why they were even considering that. But hey, they decided against it. Cool. Is there a roadmap for post-release? Yes, you can view it below. Once 1.0 launches, we'll be updating the image with a more detailed look at what's coming and when. All right, so and we'll go over this here. We'll go through everything here in just a second. Price change. This is something that might rub some people the wrong way, but I fully expected this with the gold release, so doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Will there be a price raise? Yes. At launch of 1.0 stable, the standard retail price of the game from that point forward will increase to $44.99 on all platforms and storefronts. And honestly, guys, $45, that, considering most games nowadays are $70, that's, it's not too terrible, you know? I mean, in comparison to some of the other prices yeah, we just talked about Outlaws, $110. Yeah, 45, much more reasonable. So, I expected it. Like I said, This does not surprise me whatsoever. It's kind of common practice when a game when a game exits early access and goes into the official gold version. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. I had a little tickle in my throat. Kelly and Shannon, good to see you guys. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, it's common practice when a game leaves early access, goes the full gold version, the discounted price that you get for early access raises. That's just standard when it comes to early access games. So this did not surprise me. I'm actually surprised that they didn't jack that price up to what the current market value for games is, and I was, it wouldn't have been out of the realm of possibility in my mind that they did jack it up to the $70 price tag, but they went with $45, which I think is much more reasonable, and for the game and how much content is in it, that's it's in my opinion not too bad. However, we are offering a major last chance week-long deal sale on Steam from April 22nd, that's tomorrow, to April 29th. And that's 76% off, guys. 76% off. So if you don't have it, if you're a PC gamer and you don't have 7 days yet, this is your last chance to get it at that discounted price. I own multiple copies of it, so I'm good. I'm not going to be buying the console version because I don't have a PS5 or new Xbox, and I'm not going to be buying a brand new console just to play that game. So I'll stick with the PC version. But if you have a PC, if you have Steam, last chance to get it for the ridiculously discounted price. I forget, it's like it's 76% off. It's like $7 or something like that. So if you don't have it and you want it, get it now while you can get it cheap, because it's after it goes gold, $45, which in my opinion not unreasonable. What will the price increase mean for my current PC Steam copy of 7 Days to Die? Absolutely nothing. Your PC Steam copy of 7 Days to Die is still yours, and nothing will change besides it coming out of early access with a large free update and all future free updates. We appreciate your early and continued support of our title and hope you enjoy the full launch. So this is another common thing. That's part of the deal. When you purchase an early access game, you get the game forever, and then the free updates and all that are part of the package deal. So yeah, the kind of common practice. So yeah, if you already own it on PC, you'll be able to get the gold version and all of the free updates in the future for free as well. If you already own it on PC, you don't have to purchase it again. Let's see. Users who did not purchase the title before the pricing increase will, of course, have to buy the game at the new retail price point, or during any of our discount periods on Steam in the future. Okay, so they're still planning on doing some discounted pricing in the future. There you go. Okay. On Steam. I doubt that they will reduce the console price anytime soon. Unless it massively fails, which I don't think it's going to. I do think the console release is going to be successful for them. So, See a Dog, welcome to the stream. Why increase the cost? We feel as though the quality standard of the game has gone up significantly from when the initial price was set over 8 years ago, along with over a decade of content and improvements. We've looked at how others have handled leaving early access, and this is common practice. Yes, it absolutely is. That's kind of baked into, if you're going to buy a game early access, one of the reasons you do it is because you get it at a massively discounted rate. Plus, you get to see how the game develops and offer your input and that kind of thing. So it's kind of, it is a very common practice that once a game leaves early access, the price does go up. Okay. We, in particular, want the price of the PC version to have parity with the console version. So that means that the console version is going to be the $45. That's what you're going to be able to purchase it on console for, if this is accurate. See, common practice, price of PC version have parity with the console version. Yes. We do not wish to force any current users to spend more money to play the game they've always supported. Well, however, new users should see, this is just a bad sentence. We do not wish to force any current users to spend more money to play the game they've always supported. Unless you're on console. That's just a bad, yeah. Because you are forcing console players, and the console player community is massive, still to this day. And yes, you are forcing a current user to spend more money. I mean, so yeah, that's. Okay. However, new users should see the value the game offers reflected in the cost, and we hope that continued support might fund future endeavors in expanding 7 Days to Die, the 7 Days to Die game even further. DLCs, expansions, and continued free updates, including everything listed in the roadmap. So, yes. Again, I agree. It's common practice. When a game leaves early access, the price goes up. That's just how it goes, and that's to be expected. I expected it. I am a little shocked that they only raised the price to $45. I honestly expected it to be a little higher, but if you're here watching this stream and you don't own 7 Days to Die, I assume that the vast majority, if not all, of you guys do own 7 Days to Die. But if you don't, and you're new to 7 Days to Die, I have thousands upon thousands of hours in 7 Days in the console and the PC version. So even $45, if I had never played 7 Days to Die, and they offered it to me today for $45, I still think you'd get your money's worth. Because there is so much to that game. Plus, you've got all the updates that we'll go over here in a bit coming down the road, which means there's going to be even more to do. So, B. Goon Tiber? I hope I said that name right. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's keep on rolling here. Now we're getting into the console version. So let's answer some questions about the console version. What does 1.0 mean for a console release? We are pleased to announce that 1.0 will be the version that the console launches on. While we currently are working out the exact release date, we're aiming for it to release only a few weeks after the launch of PC 1.0 stable. Cool. Let's see. Will the console version have cross-play? This was a question somebody asked earlier. While it will not be ready for the 1.0 release, we are pleased to report that cross-play connections already work with PC, PS5, and Xbox Series S and X. However, we're waiting for certification approval with Microsoft and Sony. We intend to have more information in the future and hope for it to be released with Update 1's launch, tentatively scheduled for Q4 of 2024. So, initially, crossplay is not going to be a thing. However, they will be adding it shortly after launch. And it's kind of cool that they do confirm that, yeah, it's working great now. We're just waiting on Microsoft and Sony to give us a thumbs up. So, I say, I fully believe that the console launch will be successful, and I think crossplay, once that's implemented, will make it even more successful. So, really cool that it is actually going to be crossplay compatible. So that's awesome. Okay, what about the old console version? Due to the significant technical let's try that again. Due to the significant technical differences between old and current console hardware, we will not be upgrading the legacy version. That's not new information. I reported that, made a video about that a long time ago. We kind of all, I expected it. Legacy owners will have to buy the new title. So, yeah, again, this kind of goes against the sentence I highlighted earlier that says we don't want to force our customers to have to buy the game again. Well, unless you're console. Again, this is what I'm saying. It's like, that's such an easy mistake to correct that did not need to be made. Somebody should have proofed this before and been like, should we really include this line about maybe not. But again, like I said, communication's not their strong suit. However, we are working closely with Sony and Microsoft to provide a discount to digital legacy owners on their purchase of the new console edition. So, fingers crossed that they actually make good on this. But I will say, as I said before, it would not surprise me there's two ways there's three things that could happen. Number one, they could get the discount approved, actually, offer it to the customers. I really sincerely hope that's what happens. Possibility number two, Sony and Microsoft could actually say, "Yeah, sorry guys, we're gonna kind of slap down that discount. Not gonna let you offer that." That's a possibility. Possibility three, the Fun Pimps decide we don't want to give a discount, but we'll just say that it was Sony and Microsoft that they're the ones who made that decision, not us. I think if it's either option 2 or 3, no matter what, the Sony and Microsoft are going to be the bad guys here. If they can't get the discount approved or decide not to do the discount, that's the excuse they're going to go with. However, I really seriously hope that they do get that offered to the current console players, because after this long, they deserve a little something, little something. But we shall see. Let's see. We made the decision early on to focus on a new version of the game that is unified with our PC version. And our efforts to update the game post-launch will be entirely focused on that version. Cool. Again, not surprising at all. I have released multiple videos on this subject, and not really any new information here. And we will see what comes of that discount. I really hope they get that done. I really do. What about the old console version's availability? Due to product and branding confusion, we will be delisting the legacy console version from digital storefronts when the new version releases. That should have been done a while ago, in my opinion. But it's good that they're finally taking that old version down. You will still be able to play your old copy if you own it, but no future purchases of the Legacy Edition will be possible. Good. Good. Will I be able to use my old saves on the new version? No. You will, of course, be able to continue to use your old saves on the Legacy version if it is installed. But saves will not carry over as they are not compatible with the numerous new changes. So, if you guys, if there's any console players out there looking to get 7 Days to Die, this is something that the PC players have been used to for a very long time. Every time they've released a new alpha, you would have to start a new game. So it's the same thing. This new console version, you're gonna have to start up a brand new playthrough. Now, what'll be interesting is to see the updates moving forward, because generally speaking, Microsoft and Sony do not like or will not approve game-breaking updates. So if an update or save breaking update. So if an update releases that will cause you to cause your save file not to work, a lot of times Sony and Microsoft say, ain't gonna work, ain't gonna do it, not approved. So does that mean that once it goes gold from here on out, our saves will continue to work? That should be how it works. So it'll be interesting to see moving forward if the new updates after it goes gold, if your save files will be able to be used when they release new updates. Let's see. Dalton Brown, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. And Mark West, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. If I missed anybody who joined in chat, if I didn't say hi to you while I've been reading all this, welcome. I'm glad you are here. And if you haven't yet, hit that like button. Let YouTube know that you are enjoying the stream. All right, let's keep rolling here. Will the new console edition get the same updates this time? Yes. Our plan is to give the console edition owners every free update that the PC version gets, keeping parity with PC for crossplay. That is huge. That is good. That is very good news, especially for current console players, because they were, jerked around for years. Watching the PC players, I mean, that's the reason I switched to PC, because I was watching all these PC players showing off all this awesome new content, and I'm like, when is that coming to my version of the game? And it turns out the answer was never. So hopefully with this new console version, it will receive all of the same updates as PC, which, it's kind of, it has to, if for crossplay to be a thing. So that's good news. Console players, they deserve some good news. If a feature is not technically possible due to hardware restrictions, or is otherwise restricted by certification requirements set by Microsoft or Sony, it will not make it to the console edition. We will outline any future updates, if they will be limited or not, make it to the console edition. So they're just kind of setting you up, saying, hey, it may be possible that some of the updates won't work or are not going to be feasible for the console version. But it sounds like basically they are going to try to keep PC and console in parity, meaning the same features, same version, all that fun stuff. Will the console edition get modding support? We are discussing this, but there are no concrete plans yet. We're looking into how this might be achieved while maintaining performance on the console edition. So, again, this isn't something I kind of expected this. Modding on consoles is much more difficult than modding on PC. Modding on PC is much easier to do, because, it's modders can just do what they want, and it's up to the players whether or not they want to download it. Whereas modding, Sony and Microsoft are very involved in console modding, so bit of a difference. So this doesn't surprise me. Hopefully down the road they do get it worked out to where they can do some modding for the console edition. I've said it before. My feeling on mods, I've always said that overhaul mods are cool, but generally speaking, if I have to mod the game in order for it to be enjoyable, then it might be time to move on to a different game. So, just my general feeling on mods in general. No shade on the people who create the mods. I think they are amazing and do awesome work. Just for me as a gamer personally, I like to play the game that the developers make. And if that game doesn't hold my attention, then it's time to move on. I just hate it's unfortunate that in this day and age, so many developers rely on modders to fix their game and make it interesting. That's not the way it should be. Developers should make games, finish them, have them polished, make them enjoyable from the jump. Otherwise, they shouldn't be selling their products. You shouldn't be, counting on modders to fix all your problems, fix all the bugs, make the game playable, make the game fun. If you're doing that, you need to get out of the game development game. So, just my personal opinion. All right. Will the console edition support local split screen? Oh, do you guys remember? Have you guys played the original console version? The split screen on the original console version? Oh, that was so cool. But unfortunately, no. Due to technical limitations and memory restrictions, this feature is not currently possible on the console edition. So, no split screen, unfortunately. But that's okay. All right. Are there any plans for future consoles/ports? We have no plans to announce at this time. We are still looking into other platforms. So, as of right now, it's going to be PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. So that means like Nintendo Switch, not coming to the Switch as of right now, but maybe down the road they may add it to different consoles down the road. So, but as of right now, that's kind of what we're stuck with. Will there be a physical edition of the game? At launch, the game will be digital only. We have no plans to announce at this time, but may look into this in the future. I really seriously hope they release a physical console edition. Physical media is the way to go, guys. If you can get your hands on some physical media, do it. Digital is crap, because at any time, the developers can flip that switch and you'll no longer have access to your digital media. So physical is the way to go. Hopefully down the road we will get a physical edition, console edition. So, will there be any limitations or differences between console edition and PC on launch? All right, so console edition will have some limitations, including random gen. So in the beginning, the console's not going to have random gen. The console edition will launch with a collection of pre-generated maps and the Navigaine experience. However, random gen will come in a patch soon after launch. So at the very beginning, no random gen, but it will be added later. Hold on one second. Level, Prefab Editor, and World Editor. The console edition will not launch with the Level or World Editor. That'd be cool if they added that later on. But, not surprising, in my opinion. Internet connection / server connection. At launch, the console edition will be restricted to peer-to-peer games on the same platform. As mentioned in the crossplay section above, we intend to release crossplay in Update 1, barring any certification requirements or technical hurdles. So, again, this makes sense, and they kind of already covered that. So, yes, it will be added down the road, but in the beginning, not going to be there. Other differences, there will be a document in the future that details any other specific differences in performance, online capabilities, hosting features, and more. And then a little thank you from the Fun Pimps, and then I'll let you guys read that on your own. Pretty much, same old fluff that most game developers release. So, there you go, guys. That was the fact. So, I think now, Kojo, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. I think now is a good time to take a quick little fiver. And then when we get back, we will go over the roadmap. We'll go in-depth detail, read everything that's going to be released, and all of that fun stuff. So, good time to go grab a snack, fill up your beverage, use the restroom. I will be back in just a few minutes, but back by popular demand, it is time for the commercials. See you guys in a bit.
Hey there, folks. My name is Buzz, owner of Buzz's Bar, proud purveyor of our world-famous Grandpa's line of fine spirits and adult beverages. My grandpa always used to say, booze makes you better at everything. So he whipped up a special batch of moonshine, Grandpa's Learning Elixir. Are you looking to master a high-powered, fully automatic firearm? Well, toss back some Grandpa's Learning Elixir and lock and load. Looking to increase your proficiency with some complex motorized tools? Well, don't forget the Grandpa's Learning Elixir. Down that moonshine and get to work. So come on down to Buzz's Bar and grab some Grandpa's Learning Elixir. It makes you better at everything.
Please drink responsibly.
This Anson, Pop's beloved founder Jared, who chased a squirrel into the forest and was never seen again, always believed that it was our duty to offer only the best in pharmaceuticals to our customers. And what better way to ensure that quality than by partnering with our supplier, Higashi Pharmaceuticals? I mean, if you can't trust an international mega corporation, then who can you trust? Higashi maintains the highest standards of animal testing performed in the most ethical and humane conditions. They use the latest methods and technology to research and develop life-saving and beneficial pharmaceuticals, like our brand new anabolic steroids, guaranteed to make you jump higher, run faster, and perform extraordinary feats of strength with absolutely no long-term effects whatsoever. So in the words of our beloved founder, come on down to Poppin' Pills and do some drugs.
Hey there, boys. My name is Candy, owner of Big Buns. It's totally a bakery. People just can't resist getting their hands on my big buns. The girls and I just love churning the butter, kneading the dough, and whipping up the tastiest of treats that you cannot resist putting in your mouth. We use only the ripest peaches, melons, and mangoes, and our milk cans are refreshed daily. I'm so proud to announce our latest creation, Jigglypuffs. They are just so delicious, and boy, do they jiggle. So come on down to Big Buns and get your hands on some now. We also offer private baking lessons. The girls can take you one-on-one or entire groups at a time. They have what it takes to satisfy your every baking need. So don't get all hot and bothered. We prefer hot and buttered. Ron, Sweetie, I think the camera's pointed a little low.
I'm sorry.
So come on down and get your hands on my Big Buns. Big Buns, it's totally a bakery.
We live in a savage world. And I, Dirk Savage, know that better than most. So I opened Savage Country to help prepare you folks for this savage world. You wanna talk savage? I've seen some stuff and some things. Stuff that would drive most men insane. Things that would make you want to curl up and die. Don't believe me? I once tried to grab the last $20 Blu-ray player from Mo Powers on Black Friday. I once made an innocuous post on Twitter. One day, I had a little too much moonshine at Buzz's bar and woke up next to Arlene.
Hey, Dirk.
No amount of forgetting elixir will erase that. Oh, God. So please, folks, I beg of you, learn from my mistakes. Shop at Savage Country and prepare for evil. I'm a man, and one thing every manly man knows, bigger is better. Bigger vehicles, bigger guns, bigger tools, and of course, bigger workstations. Well, I'm proud to announce the latest offering from that house of manly men working stiff tools, the Alpha 21 Forge. Just look at that beauty. It just screams, I'm a man. Why? Because it's bigger, and bigger is better. Twice as big as the current Wimpy Forge. So don't be a pussy. Order yours today.
Oh, cool. So, does the new Alpha 21 Forge have more functionality?
Who cares? It's bigger, and that means better.
Okay. Is the Alpha 21 Forge more efficient?
Don't matter. It's bigger.
Does the Alpha 21 Forge offer anything new at all?
Bigger.
But
Shut up, pussy. The brand new Alpha 21 Forge from Working Stiff Tools. Because bigger is better. Coming your way soon. When, you may ask? Well, that's for us to know and for you to piss off. So shut your mouth and give us your money. Be a man.
And I am back. Forgot to unmute my microphone. Thanks for hanging in there with me, ladies and gentlemen. Back by popular demand, the 7 Days to Die commercials. Love it. But thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Looks like a few new people joined here. Titan Raw Gaming, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Jessica, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. And Justin Inwood, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys. So, that was the major announcement, guys. Real quick, I do want to say I will... I was hoping to go a full 3 hours tonight, but I got a call from work. They need me to come in tonight. So I still probably have a good hour that I can go before I have to start getting ready. So we'll do some talking about what we just watched. So if you guys missed it, at the beginning we went through the entire announcement video from the Fun Pimps of 7 Days to Die going gold. And then we also went through the FAQ. So, yeah, we'll, I think now we are going to go through the roadmap. And I accidentally closed it here. Let me grab it. Nope. Let's get to the right one. There we go. All right. Bring that up so I can get a nice big full version here. All right. Let's see. Oh, Blind Watchman, thank you very much for that super chat. Says, yippee. Appreciate that. And let's celebrate their third super on a live stream. Appreciate that, Blind Watchman. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate all the support. So yes, we're going to go over the roadmap here. We're going to go through everything that they have planned, when it's coming out, and all of that fun stuff. And then I think I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Hear what, maybe answer some questions you guys might have, and, we'll go from there. So, all right. First thing, you know what? I got to take my hoodie off here. It's a little warm. All right. Feel better now. Okay, let's get into this, guys. So, 7 Days to Die, the roadmap, 2024 to 2025 roadmap preview. And there's the alert. A little slow on that Streamlab, but yeah, there it is. Once again, Blind Watchman, thank you so much. 7/22. That's actually my birthday, July 22nd. Awesome. June is when the 1.0 version is going to be coming to PC. As they mentioned in the video, they're shooting for the experimental to come out late May. So that means that early June we'll probably get the stable version. We'll see if they're going to be doing a streamer weekend for version 1.0. It'll be interesting. If there is, I'm going to try to participate. Again, like I said, because my work schedule has changed dramatically. Friday and Saturday overnights, I work every week. So if I can get it worked out so I can switch some shifts around, if there is a streamer weekend, I would love to be able to participate, but time will tell. But this section says character system, armor, clothing, overhaul, console launch. So, my first video that I was going to make after my hiatus was going to be an overview of Alpha 22, what they've announced so far. However, with this announcement, I'm going to have to revamp, and my first video back's probably going to be about this announcement. And then my next video will probably be a run-through of Alpha 22, also known as version 1.0, and what we have to expect. Let's see. Completely remade vehicle assets, new animals, new gore system for zombies, zombie variants, new challenge system. I don't know what that means. I don't remember reading that in the dev diary. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. New props, road decals, new POIs, updated VFX and graphics upgrades, optimization, random gen improvements, updated controller support. Ooh, nice. I'm a controller player, guys. Like I said, console transplant. I learned to play on the controller. Still use the controller to this day for 7 Days to Die. Plus other updates to systems not listed here. So, June, we're going to get the 1.0. July is when the console version will actually officially be released and launched. And that's coming to the PS5, the Xbox Series S and X. So, right around the corner. That is awesome. Quarter 4 of 2024. So, this winter, we are getting Storms Brewing, weather system and biome progression overhaul, wardrobe system, So that's interesting. Is that going to be, so they're already talking about, I mean, we have the the armor/clothing overhaul coming in the next update. So, and then they're introducing a wardrobe system. Is that going to be separate to the armor clothing overhaul, or is that just going to be an expanded upon armor clothing overhaul? So that'll be interesting to see what they come up with, what exactly that means. Crossplay/random gen for consoles, which we talked about in the when we went through the FAQ. And then in tiny print at the bottom here, I don't know if you guys can see it, it says plus additional zombie stages, spawn near friend, Twitch drops. Sorry guys, my eyes are really bad and this is tiny. And then here's the kicker. They're getting into the microtransactions, guys. Confirmed outfit DLCs and much more. So yes, they are going to be adding in cosmetic DLCs, microtransactions into the game. We'll see how that, does it say Twitch Cross? Is that what it says? I thought it said Twitch Drops. I don't know. It's tiny, and my eyes are terrible. So yes, they've hinted at that before, that they're going to be adding in microtransactions. I am not a fan of microtransactions. I mean, I guess I'm not as bothered by, simple cosmetics that don't affect gameplay. As long as it's that, I don't think it's going to be too terrible. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Wouldn't be Microsoft without microtransactions. Yeah, exactly right. Old Crow, you made it, man. Good to see ya. Hope your break from work is going all right. So yeah, outfit DLCs, they hinted at that in the past, and, as much as I'm not a fan of DLCs or microtransactions, I think in general they're awful for games, but cosmetic microtransactions don't really bug me as much as some other that affect gameplay. So Shanna says it looks like drops to me. Okay, so it's just tiny. It's tiny writing. I have it zoomed up too, so. All right. Q2 of 2025, so a year from when the version 1 comes out, we will finally get bandits. Bandits are finally going to be added in Q2 of 2025 with the UI and main menu overhaul, the event system, and a new quest type. Now, I will have to shout out Old Crow, because the Fun Pimps actually responded to Old Crow, because he asked, are the new quest types actually going to be new quest types? If you guys remember, when they teased Alpha 21, they said, oh yeah, we've got a brand new quest type that's going to be completely different from anything you've seen before. And it turns out that no, they were just they're just glorified clear quests. So the Fun Pimps have said that these new quest types are actually going to be legitimately new quest types. Again, they've said that in the past, so we'll have to wait and see. But shout out to Old Crow for asking that question and actually getting an answer from the Fun Pimps that yes, these new quest types will be actually new quest types and not just variations of what we already have. So that's Q2 of 2025. And then Q4 of 2025, the road ahead. Trader overhaul, again. Story mode, yes, excellent. So they're going to get the story finished and actually added to the game. Steam Workshop support, awesome. And then, again, new quest type. So fingers crossed that these are actually new quest types. And then, of course, at the bottom, it has to say, these dates are rough estimates and subject to change. Yes, I can almost guarantee that, yes, those dates will change. The Fun Pimps are terrible at estimating when their actual updates are released. They miss their targets a lot. So I would highly expect that they'll probably miss these as well. Again, I will reiterate, I think that these updates here, Storms Brewing, A New Threat, The Road Ahead, these are going to be free. Free updates. I believe that these are going to be free. Now, there is, rumors going around that these are actually going to be paid DLCs. I doubt that. I really don't think so. I think these are going to be free. And then maybe down the road, they'll introduce, a proper DLC, a proper expansion to the game. That's the way I think they're going to go. They're going to lean into the outfit DLCs, the cosmetic microtransactions, and that kind of thing. And then down the road, hopefully, they'll release a significant expansion, that they'll charge $10 for or something like that. So that would be my guess. That's what I believe. I think all of these are going to be free, but it's the Fun Pimps, and the Fun Pimps got a Fun Pimp. So, nothing is set in stone. Like I said, the benefit of the doubt waved bye-bye a long time ago for me. So we shall see. We shall see. So that's it, guys. That is the official roadmap, and it actually has dates. It's not just a list of 5 features with no dates and timeline, nothing like that. This is actually a proper roadmap with expected dates when this stuff's actually going to be released. So, oh, it's hilarious. Oh man, Fun Pimps. It's been a wild ride, man, but we're nearing the end, guys. So there we go, guys. Let me jump back here, and yeah, I'm gonna give you guys my overall thoughts on this announcement. First and foremost, it's a long time coming. 10 years in early access is kind of insane. This is something that I've been calling for a while now. It's like, guys, it's time to wrap this up. Finish your design, finalize your vision for the game, pick a direction, stick with it, and get the job done. And it looks like they finally did. They are finally going to take 7 Days to Die out of early access and going gold. So, that's good news. I did not like, in the announcement video, I'm going to play it again. Sorry, guys. I'm going to play it again.
I really after all these years, I don't understand the desire to say, let's rubber stamp it gold, and therefore it's good. It's an interesting thought there. It's like, you guys must suck because you haven't gone gold yet.
So yeah, that annoys me. Just a few months ago, they were, anybody who was telling them, guys, it's time to go get this done, go gold, and they were laughing and mocking and condescendingly saying, well, these people saying we should go gold. And then here we are in the very next alpha, and they're slapping the gold sticker on the game and saying we're version 1.0 is coming out. That rubbed me the wrong way. That was really annoying. But it's indicative of the Fun Pimps communication style. As I've said for a very long time, that is not their strong suit. And it was just annoying. Just annoying. So, overall, I think this is good news. This is good news. It's a long time coming. Good news for console fans. I mean, not probably exactly the news they were hoping for. That, you know, the current version or the current console version would get updated and you know, they would, you know, sucks that players are going to have to repurchase console. But again, I've covered that in depth before. Not really anything new there. It's what we've all expected for a while now. I really sincerely hope they can get the discount worked out, because the console fan base has been, I wouldn't say patient. That wouldn't be the word that I used, because they've been very insistent and very consistently pestering or consistently asking the developers when console was gonna get a little love. So, and I think, you know, the least they can do is get you know, be able to purchase the game again for a discounted rate if they've already purchased it. So hopefully that works out. I was a little surprised that they only. I was not surprised that the version 1 is going to increase the price. That happens with almost every single game that exits early access. The price goes up when it enters or exits early access and goes gold. I was a little surprised at the price, though. $45 is, in my opinion, I think is very reasonable for the amount of content that you get with 7 Days to Die. Especially considering there are, you know, 2 years worth of updates coming our way that will add even more. So $45 for the gold version, I think is reasonable. I was actually shocked that they didn't jack it all the way up to 70, like a lot of games sell for nowadays. So, yeah. Old Crow says, all right, survivors, my break is over. Enjoy slaying those zombie jerks. Absolutely. Old Crow, I'm glad you were able to pop in, man. And thank you again. Shout out to you for keeping me up to date on all the goings on with 7 Days to Die while I was on my little hiatus that we spoke about last week during last week's stream. So, but yeah, and have a good night, man. I hope the rest of your work shift goes great. Flies by. So you can get home and start slaying some zombie jerks yourself. So yeah, it is common practice that early access games, when they leave early access, the price goes up. That's pretty standard. There are exceptions, but generally speaking, that's how it works. The fact that they priced it at $45, I think that's reasonable. However, if you're a PC gamer and you have not purchased 7 Days to Die yet, and you're interested, starting tomorrow for the next week, so the 22nd through the 29th, it's their last massive discount sale for 7 days on Steam, 76% off. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you are a fan of this type of game, survival crafting games, and you have not played 7 Days to Die, you need to. It's a game that you need to try at least once. So if you're on the fence about it and you're not sure, then buying it at a significantly discounted price, this is next week is going to be the last week that you can do that. So there you go. I purchased the game on console and then on PC. And I've purchased multiple copies since then. So I will say I've absolutely gotten my money's worth. Thousands of hours played on both versions. And $45, I think if you've never played it, you'll get your money's worth. But if you're still a little leery, take advantage of that PC sale that they have going on for the next week. It's going to be the last time to get the game this cheap, guys, because after this, it's going up to $45. Although they did say that they might do more discounts in the future, but I highly doubt they're going to be 76% off. And that's going to be, even if they do a 76% discount in the future, it's going to be 76% of $45 instead of 76% of $24 or $25. So yeah, it'll still be more expensive. So, overall, I think it's good news. I think, long time coming, and we're finally here. I'm interested to see, if they make those updates DLCs, they're going to have massive backlash. I really don't think that they're going to do that. I think those are going to be free. Timetable's going to be, it's going to be subject to change yeah, absolutely. I doubt that the roadmap they're going to hit it. Although they said they're going to focus on trying to hit those goals, but they say that a lot. So, yeah. Take it all with a grain of salt, guys, but I think overall this is it's relatively good news. So, Sister Spike, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Let me go through some of this chat here. I'm going to back up a little bit here and go through here. Let's see. Wouldn't be Microsoft without microtransactions. Yes, exactly right, Ronald. Titan Raw Gaming says, it looks like Twitch Cross to me. I don't blame you. It's tiny, tiny print. Justin Inwood, cosmetic, not required, nothing burger. Yeah, cosmetic microtransactions don't bug me as much as the ones that affect gameplay. The pay to win kind of microtransactions. Those are awful. I hate them. All right. Old Crow says, I'm guessing the wardrobe system may be something similar to Final Fantasy XIV. You can set up armor sets for each job. So in this case, it may let you set up different outfits based on if you want to. That'd be interesting. That'd be cool. Craft or mine, etc. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Twitch crossplay, I think. LOL. All right. Let's see. Old Crow says traders desperately need an overhaul, mostly in terms of quest rewards. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. There's still some tweaks that need to be done with traders. It's just the traders literally just went through multiple overhauls, and they're going to be overhauled yet again. So hopefully this will be the final major trader overhaul. Ronald says Alpha 22 is supposed to be within 6 months. Yes, that was the initial goal, was 6 months. Turns out it's going to be a year. So, but again, doesn't surprise me. That's the Fun Pimps. Fun Pimp's going to Fun Pimp. That's how it goes with almost every single major update. So, Lady Mutari says, so the bandits aren't going to be in the release this summer. No. Which is another thing, because that was what they said, that the bandits weren't quite ready, but they were just, finalizing them, and 22 was going to be, and now they're down the road. So, yeah, disappointing, but I was disappointed. I've been disappointed for the past few alphas that bandits aren't coming yet and aren't here yet. But hopefully, what was it? I forget here. Let me just double check. Yeah, bandits are coming Q2, so in a year from the 1.0 quarter. So not the first update after gold, but the second one. So there we go. All right. Justin Inwood says, happy there is still a 2-year plus roadmap. Agreed. Yes. I'm glad to see that they are committed to not only getting all the content that they promised in, but it sounds like that after those updates, they're going to be working on even more, like some larger DLC expansion type. Which I'm all for that kind of a massive expansion or DLC, as long as it's worth it, that kind of additional cost, I think is fair, is okay. I'm okay with that. As long as it's significant and you get your money's worth, really. Let's see. Old Crow says, yeah, to be fair, though, May is still a shorter period between 21 and 22. That is true. Compared to 20 and 21. Yes, that is true. The 20 to 21 was a year and a half. So most of the major updates, the big updates, were roughly a year. So this has kind of fallen back in line with the 20 to 21 update. I'm pretty sure that was the longest alpha, or longest time between alphas, if I remember right. It was either the longest or the second longest. I think it was close, but I'm pretty sure it was the longest. So this is kind of more of a return to form, return to normality for the Fun Pimps. I just wish, they do it. They've done that a lot though. Is they make statements that are wildly inaccurate. And then down the road, they're like, oops, our bad. Or they don't mention it at all. See, Jay Labyrinth says, wonder if these cosmetic DLCs can be sent as a gift. If we can, and they have a chicken suit, we can send it to Savin and have him wear it. Never! I wouldn't be caught dead in a chicken. Although, I could disguise myself in a chicken suit to worm my way in to, like, the inner circle of the evil chicken overlords, the ones truly in charge. Maybe I could disguise myself to infiltrate and destroy from within. So maybe. We'll see. Let's see. Justin says, they have also now built a decent game studio. Next game will be all the better for it. Yeah. So the studio, I have massive respect for the actual programmers and developers. I think the biggest issue with the Fun Pimps is it's coming from the top. I think Joel and Rick, they take things way too personally. I think that's where the majority of their issues stem from, is the top. I don't fault the developers, the programmers. I think, some of them are really, really awesome and hardworking, dedicated people. So, the next game that they've announced, I have no interest in it. I really don't. Doesn't sound like it'd be my cup of tea or up my alley, so not really interested. But from an actual game, like a functioning game perspective, hopefully it'll be a smoother game in terms of development and release and all that fun stuff. So, but time will tell. Yeah, hopefully they've learned some lessons with the 7 Days to Die journey, and like you say, the next game will be all the better for it. I hope you are correct. Let's see. Titan Roll Gaming says 7 Days was in development for so long, I forgot we were in early access. That said, I'm never buying another early access game. 12s is far too long for early access. Yeah, it's been a decade since they've the game's been in early access. That is a very long time. I think way too long for an early access game. Yeah, I still purchase early access games. Like, I still think there's value in doing that, but you have to know what you're getting into. You have to understand that, you're not going to get the full version. Things are going to change. But there comes a point when it just kind of gets ridiculous how long the development's taking. So, I still think that there is value in purchasing early access games as long as you know what you're getting into. Yeah. You gotta know what you're getting into before you make that purchase. So, Titan says, when I got into gaming early 2009, one of the first games I got was Gears of War. Later learned it was in development for at least 5 years straight. Yeah, game development does take time. It really does. And this game's been in development for 12 years, early access for over a decade. But it's been, in development for over 12 years, over a dozen years. So, game development does take time, and especially considering Fun Pimp started. I think when they started, they said they had 3 people, and now their company's grown quite a bit. So yeah, you got a little leeway, but at the same time, there are games out there that are single developer games, one dude working on the game, and they're able to complete their game, in a much shorter time period. But again, on the flip side, 7 Days is a complicated game. It's a very it is a complicated game. There's a lot that there's a lot of features and that 7 Days has that you can understand. You can understand why it would take some time. But I'm still I'll still say it. I think the development time did seem a little excessive, but just my opinion. Let's see. 5-1 complication delays happen. Yes. Complication. Yes, delays do happen. Yeah, that's true. Shannon says, please don't judge every early access on 7 Days. V-Rising is going good this year. So Subnautica Below Zero wasn't in early access very long. Very true. Yeah. 7 Days is kind of a little bit of an anomaly. Not most early access games are not in early access for over a decade. So yes, I agree wholeheartedly, Shannon. You don't want to judge every early access game on 7 Days. For instance, a game I've mentioned and featured here on the channel quite a bit, called The Infected. It's a single developer game. It's only been out for 2 years, I think. Not even. I don't remember. But it's already on version 18. And that's one dude. And that game has come a very long way. Still has a ways to go. Right now, he is working on the AI and combat. That's the most highly requested thing that needed work, and he's doing that right now. So, that's a single developer game that they're already on version 18, whereas 7 Days took them years and years and years. So, yeah, not every early access is 7 Days, but let's see. Titan says, I will try not to, but I will remain cautious from now on. Yeah, like I said, you got it with early access games. You gotta go into the purchase. You gotta go into the game with eyes wide open. Know what you're getting into. I always say, the early access games that if the developer is constantly communicating with the player base, constantly giving progress updates and progress reports, and taking feedback. If they have some kind of roadmap or plan, those are the ones that you can that tend to do well. So that you can trust a little bit more, but. Again, early access is a different beast. So, yeah. Let's see. Sister Spike says, sorry, tuning in late to all this. Do we have to pay an additional $45 or early access people will own gold? That depends on if you are a PC player or a console player. If you are a PC player, you do not have to purchase the game again. You will receive the gold version, the 1.0, and all of the free updates for free. So you won't have to purchase a new copy. If you're a console player, if you play on PS5 or the Xbox Series S or X, then unfortunately, yes, you will have to purchase the game again for $45. Early access is better than overpriced AAA games that don't deliver. I agree, 100%. AAA is awful. Run away from AAA. AAA gaming has gone down the tubes, and I do not see myself purchasing a AAA game anytime soon. Anytime soon. Let's see. Oop. It jumped on me. It jumped on me. Where are we here? Oh, there we go. Big Daddy Evil says, I still find it hard to believe. Hopefully it's not a troll. Yeah. I was genuinely shocked when Old Crow sent me this info. I was genuinely shocked. And as you guys see in the description of this live stream, I put hell has frozen over and the devil is giving out snow cones. Because yeah, I was genuinely shocked that this announcement was made. So yeah, I'm right there with you. Hopefully it's not a troll. I think this wasn't done on April Fool's Day, so had they put this out on April Fool's Day, maybe, but I think this is legit. We're good. So J. Laverin says, if you have the game on PC, then you won't have to buy it again. True. Only console will have to buy a new game. Yes, exactly right. Titan Roll Gaming says $45 is reasonable, especially after a dozen years. Yeah, I'm with you. I think $45 is a reasonable price. I agree. They could have jacked it up to $70. That's honestly what I was expecting. I was expecting $60 or $70, but they're going $45. I think that's reasonable, and I think you will absolutely get your money's worth if you've never played 7 Days to Die before. And if you have, and you already own it, then, you don't have to buy it again anyway. And then again, guys, if you are a PC player and you haven't purchased it yet, and you want to get the massive discount on the early access price, that sale starts tomorrow, goes for a week. It's going to be your last chance to get it at the cheapest rate that the Fun Pimps they offer offered from time to time. It's going to be the last time they offer the game at that price. So yeah, if you don't own it on PC yet and you're a PC gamer and you're a fan of this type of game, survival crafting games, this is your last chance to get it for a steal. So yeah, exactly right, Titan. At least they didn't do this on April 1st. Yes. Big Daddy Evil says, I have never purchased the game for myself, but I have bought at least 10 copies for friends. Yeah, I've gifted quite a few copies myself. So I initially did purchase it for myself when I made the transition from console to PC. And then I, purchased a bunch for friends and gave out a bunch of copies as well. So Titan Roll Gaming, speaking of all the content being added in, I started back in Alpha 16 and I sorely miss having the blood draw kit. Is that being re-added? I don't believe so. Blood draw was fun and realistic. Yes. What about a bear costume? Nice. Better a chicken suit than a boar suit. Yes, indeed. Not a bear suit. Send the bear suit to Mental Ninja and have her chase Captain with a chainsaw. Yes, exactly right, J. Laverin. Let Ninja get her revenge. Oh, love it. Let's see. Agreed, but 12 years? Bethesda was secretly working on Starfield for 20 years. Oh, I know. And that's why it was so heartbreaking. Oh, it was like, you've been working on this for 20 years and this is what you give us? This is the game you release? What happened to you, Bethesda? Oh my God, it was soul crushing. Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind is my favorite game of all time. And to see the same game publisher that made that release it was soul crushing. And that's what they came up with. Oh, God. See a Dog says, at least it took less than Project Zomboid, and we are looking forward to at least another 2 years still in early access. I love the game, but come on already. Yeah, Project Zomboid is another one that has had some problems, for sure. Let's see. Titan Raw Gaming says, I actually got a gamer laptop and installed the Unreal Engine program to get a feel for what devs deal with. Fully agree with games taking time. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. Jessica says, I absolutely love that as a description. Yes. Big Daddy Evil says, the missus has been building a game for the past 9 years. Nice. Pimpin' ain't easy. And Titan says, and I only know about Bethesda because of Skyrim. Yeah, that was a lot of people's first introduction to Bethesda. Was Skyrim. Definitely their biggest game. Still going strong to this day. Thanks, I think, almost entirely to the modding community. But yeah, that game was released, November 11th, 2011. Long time ago, but it's still going strong. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys all very, very much for joining. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, hit that like button. Let YouTube know that you enjoyed the stream. Oh, real quick. I think I need to... stream settings. Okay. Normally, when I do live streams, I unlist them and then repost them immediately over to Savin's World Live. However, for last week's and then this week's, I'm going to leave it up on the main channel for now. Excuse me. I'm going to leave it up on the main channel for a few days, just in case, if you missed anything, you can catch up. And then it will be unlisted and moved over to the Savin's World Live, where I post all the live streams. So, yeah, if you missed any of it, you got a few days to catch up on it here on the main channel. And then after that, head on over to Savin's World Live, and you can catch all of my past live streams there. So, huge thank you to everybody who joined the chat. We had a really good turnout today, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to everybody who was watching in the background. I love the lurkers. You each are, you're all awesome. Appreciate each and every one of you. As I mentioned before, guys, was hoping to get a video out this week, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that done. Maybe I'll have it come out on Friday, because I have Wednesday off, so I can work on it. I was supposed to have today off, but like I said, got called into work. So hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, so unfortunately, I was hoping to work on that video, as soon as the live stream was done here tonight. But you know what? Gotta head into work and make that money to pay them bills. So gotta do what you gotta do. So hopefully I can get the video done, or worked on Wednesday, maybe finalize it on Thursday, and then publish it on Friday. As I stated last week, I'm going to start with, starting with one video a week, and then maybe expand from there as time allows. But we're going to ease into it. I think I picked a good time to come back from my hiatus from YouTube. Because, yeah, last week was my first stream back in months, and then this week, we got all this news. So, kind of crazy. The timing was kind of crazy. But again, appreciate everybody for joining the stream. Let me go through some of this chat here. Titan Raw says, by the way, Savin, first live stream I've caught. Oh, that's awesome. So glad you're able to catch the stream live. So, it was another great stream. Thank you, Jay Liveren. Appreciate you joining the stream. Gotta make the money. Credit's so good. Yes. Exactly right. Okay, guys. So, yes, Thank you all for participating in the chat. Thank you for everybody who was watching in the background. Special shout out to Shannon and Kelly, the mod extraordinaires. Appreciate you guys being here and doing everything you do. You guys are awesome. Again, if you missed this, you'll have a couple days, and then if you want to, you can head over to Savins World Live to catch any of the replays. Friday. I'm fingers crossed I have a video coming out Friday. We'll see. But for now, this is Savin saying thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in Savin's World. And remember, the average gamer is always king of the hill on the bell curve. Have a great night, guys, and I will see you next time.